everyone, and welcome back to Talk About It Tuesday. This is Season 4, Episode 7. I am here today with Deputy Chief of Police Ron Hansen. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. So I know that you've been here in Sarnia since August. I want to check in, see how you feel about Sarnia. Are you having a good time here so far?
Well, I am actually. So coming to Sarnia was a big change for me. I came from a larger organization that had lots of resources and financial resources that they could throw at problems. Here in Sarnia, not so much. We don't have the same level of resources and the same level of funding, but we do the best we can. But I can tell you, I am enjoying Sarnia. It's been great, and everybody's welcomed me with open arms here.
Well, that's awesome. It's quite a different change of pace, I'm sure.
It is. Actually, surprisingly, you would think a larger community would be busier, but I personally think Sarnia is much busier than I was in Halton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So November 1st marks the start of Intimate Partner Violence Awareness Month, and we've got a collaboration happening with the Sarnia Police Service and the Women's Home and us at the center. So tell us why it was important for us to kind of come together for this month.
Yeah. Well, I think all of our organizations have an ultimate goal of tackling intimate partner and gender-based violence. I think it's one of those issues that we need to work collaboratively together. The police can't solve the problems on our own. We rely on organizations like yours to help us identify issues, to help us be better. But as well, you provide, your organization provides supports to people who aren't ready to come forward to the police yet. And I think it's important for people to understand, that when they come to you, you're going to give them best advice, and hopefully that advice will ultimately lead them to us, the police. Whereas oftentimes when we, the police, get involved, it's because we get called on 911 or there's something happening right now that we go to and we have to take action. But the problem is much more greater than that. It doesn't just happen, domestic violence doesn't just happen and then someone calls the police. It happens behind closed doors all the time and nobody knows about it. So the fact that your organizations they provide a place where people can go to get advice, to talk to people who have lived experiences, to talk to social workers who understand the dynamics of these situations and can help tell them what to expect if they come to the police, what the process would look like. Unfortunately, the people that we deal with when we respond to 911 calls, they don't have that pre-information to know what to expect. And I think once they get involved in the justice system, it's not always kind to them, unfortunately. It really isn't. And we need to do better, and that's why we like to work together in collaboration.
Absolutely. I know that Trish and Samantha are public educators. They offer a lot of police training. So we do have that positive experience for you guys, building like a more trauma-informed lens for everyone. We're definitely working hard together. I know we're talking about stats, so I will show you guys some stats today. But with the arrival of Chief Davis, I know that he wanted to implement like a better way to track these stats. So can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah. So Chief Davis arrived in Sarnia around 2022, and he's a very analytical person, and he is stats driven and loves data. So the fact that he has implemented new ways and created some analytics here within the service, we can now track accurately the statistical data in relation to pretty much everything. So we can tell you, call volumes, charges, types of charges, just so much that we can do to dive deeper into an issue and be able to look for ways, or look for opportunities where we can improve.
Absolutely. So in the next slide, we're going to put up the stats just so everyone can get a picture and an idea of what's happening here in Sarnia-Lambton. So looking at the numbers, we have seen a decrease in occurrences. And do you think that is because of a lack of reporting?
Well, it could be a couple of things. So first of all, the stats that we have that we can accurately tell you are from 2022 onwards. So I can't tell you what happened previous to that, but what I know from my experience in my previous organization was that we saw a significant increase in intimate partner violence occurrences as a result of COVID. People were locked down in their homes together, and for long periods of time, they didn't have that breakaway where they might need to cool off. So we did see an increase, a significant increase in domestic violence and intimate partner and gender-based violence. But then we started to see a decline. So I can tell you from 2022, as you saw, we had 1,668 occurrences, and it went up to 1,742 in 2023. But the good news is this year we're seeing a decline. Year to date, we are at 1,302, so 1,302 occurrences. So I think we're on pace to have a significant decrease over last year. The question is, though, is that because people are not reporting, or is it because we're doing a good job? I'd like to think we're doing a good job, but the reality is it's probably underreporting. I think a lot more intimate partner violence is happening, and it's not being brought to our attention. And what I would like to see from those who are actually, being victimized or victims of intimate partner violence or gender-based violence, to seek help, seek advice from, Women's Interval House or from the center, places where they can actually get some advice, because we want to encourage people to report it. We need to identify those that are abusers, and we need to have them held accountable for their abuse.
Absolutely, and I think it's an amazing thing that at the center and at the Women's Interval Home, we can offer that safe place kind of outside of the police station. If folks are having any kind of anxiety about coming to these spaces, they can come right to us in our spaces with our people. We just want to come together and make it easier for people, and we want everyone to feel safe. So thank you so much for being with us today.
Pleasure.
It's been awesome working with the Sarnia Police Service. We're happy to have that partnership.
Thank you, and I look forward to our continued relationship as well, so thank you very much.
Thank you.